Back like we never left, quite literally, as you have missed not a second of France, Iraq. Kevin Walsh, Gabriel Morency, excuse me. I'm just trying to get situated here because we had famous last words. I was like, we haven't had two games at once. Now we have two games at once. Norway, Senegal is underway. I'm on over 2.5. France, Iraq is about to pick back up here, Gabe. How are you? Long time no see.
Yeah, you know what? And I told you, you know what? It's going to be great. It was a little bit of a longer hydration break for everybody. It was a dinner break. Let's call it out for what it is. And it's funny. I was thinking about it. The rest of the world was definitely angered by this, but people in America, this is like a typical Saturday college football, right? Afternoon.
Yeah.
It's like, they'll be back in half an hour. Chill out. That was my attitude. No panic about this, but it fascinated me that they changed times a couple of times. France was going to start at 7:50. They weren't ready to go. They came back. So both games have literally just resumed. France, the second half started at 8 o'clock Eastern, and they didn't play around with Norway and Senegal. And right on cue here, guys, we're 1 minute in, and Norway have earned their first corner kick of the game. All right, we'll see if Erling Haaland can bury one early here and get some early magic going.
Are you
ball in the box?
Just, what's
second corner kick. Wow. Second corner kick now for Norway already. So to rack it up two early corner kicks here. My picks here, I'm already on Norway, France parlay. We gave that earlier today, but Norway's up to plus 134 right now. I think Norway are going to win this game 2-1. I'm with you, Kevin. I think it goes over to 2.5. So give me Norway to win. Give me Norway and Senegal over 2.5. Erling Haaland to score at plus 100. Erling Haaland to score the first goal of the game at plus 340, which I think is a gift if it hits. And finally, in closing, I bet over 8.5 corner kicks. And nice start. I got 2 corner kicks in the first minute of the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. You just said we got over 2.5 corner kicks 3.5 minutes into the game?
Hold on. Do we have 3 now? Is this another one?
There's a third corner here.
Oh, here's the third one. So, yeah, even better. I bet over 8.5. Third corner kick here.
Yeah. That is absolutely brilliant. What a start for those who are on the corners.
New corners is 11.5. I would say over. Norway are very aggressive offensively. Oh, my gosh.
That
should be another corner kick. That went out of bounds.
Oh.
Dude, it is. It is. It's going to be a fourth corner kick. This is unbelievable. We got 4 corner kicks.
That's unreal, guys. Guys, that's not supposed to happen. That is not supposed to happen.
Remember I told you the other day, I said this is a corner kicker dream when you get the multiple at a time sometimes. This happens every once in a while when one team just can't do anything besides kick it out of bounds again. We've had 4 in a row here.
There have been 2 corners in France, Iraq. There have been 2 corners. Double that.
The entire game.
Here in Norway, Senegal, which is wild. I mentioned I wanted to play that France team total shots on target. I'm admittedly being a little greedy here in that I have not bet it yet. I'm letting a couple minutes go. I want to see the vibe of the game. And it does feel like guys are kind of feeling it out, just getting loose right now. But France are still in possession. So I think I have time to waste, basically, get better prices, and still connect on these bets here. So I'm going to try and be patient. Listen, it could be famous last words. The other day, I don't remember what game we were doing. I was like, they don't look really dangerous when they have the ball, and they just ripped it right in the back of the net. So, listen, it happens, but patience right now for me, Gabe, as France try and settle back into the second half.
You know what's surprising? And here we go. You're right, though. There's been no flow to this game whatsoever. You had the ridiculous hydration break in the rain. It's raining. Do you need a hydration break? So we had the hydration break. Then you get the long extended halftime. For the record, we will. And how about this? There will be no hydration break in the second half of this France game because we're behind. So they announced no hydration break.
I almost dropped it. You know what though, Gabe? Moment of the tournament is when that stoppage time number goes up. That might be the moment of the tournament. That in the second half.
What are they going to do with that?
I will be on pins and needles. They blow that whistle dead at 90.
1 minute, 2 minutes? They're going to say, 2 minutes, 2.
Gabe, they're gonna blow the
1 minute.
They're gonna blow it at 90.
I've never seen one added in my life. I've never seen one like on the screen, like when the guy holds it up.
Yeah,
one.
Yep.
To show everyone one.
Only when you're playing FIFA. It's not real. And in this tournament, we've had 0, just to keep everybody understanding. There are games that have had 0 stoppage time moments because of the hydration.
But that's ridiculous. But how about this? France, guys, and listen, like I said earlier, if you weren't with us earlier, when Chris Vasile was with us from Covers, said, uninspiring effort from France in the first half. I'm like, they're winning 1-0. They won their first game. I don't think they're panicked in the room or anything. But let's call it out for what it is. France have 1 shot on target, Mbappe's goal.
Yeah.
That's it. They don't have a single other shot on target.
Like, it wasn't a
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't creating chances. Wide, it was like from far away. Yeah.
Yep. So it kind of gives you an idea what we've seen so far here in this game. But they did it against Senegal, Gabe. If you remember, they only had 1 shot in the first half against Senegal. That's why we had that live shot.
And they scored late. And
they've been slow starting.
And we talked about Iraq holding Spain to a 1-1 draw coming into this thing. Like, Iraq are good defensively. They're not easy to score on. So, Iraq even started extra midfielders today and, stocked things up, basically. Like, Iraq isn't even trying to pretend to try to score. They do have the ball, though, and it's sort of chipping away with my time of possession as Iraq just sort of kicks it back and forth right now.
Right, yeah. It's interesting, though, the numbers that I'm looking at, and listen, I know books aren't stupid. They're not moving on DraftKings, which is the book I was looking at, but they're moving on other books. I'm not really sure why that would be, but it's a little frustrating. I was like, I'm going to get -110.
In which direction? Where's it moving?
-140. It's not moving at all, Gabe. It's getting, France for 5 shots on target at -140 is still just -140, even though they haven't had a shot on target for 6 minutes. I don't really understand that. It's a little, I don't understand why that wouldn't get any better.
The thing with France, and I like these shot target props and stuff like this, but I almost like them better with bad teams. Right. If you know what I mean. France don't need a lot of shots to score, as we saw.
No.
You know what I mean? They might, Mbappe can get a good look, and then boom, they have 2 shots on target, and it's 2-0. Yeah. We saw it today in the Argentina game, and I thought it was a good point that Marcelino brought up when he talked about Argentina. And he said he liked them, but he said, it's not like they're dominating offensively or anything like that, right? They're playing a very structured, defensive sound game. Messi has all 5 goals. And, what was it? It was it was the game last night, Kevin. There was 4 shots on target, and there was 4 goals, right? So, we do see this a lot. It's not like teams rack up these shots on target, so I didn't think France would be a shooting gallery on Iraq. I kind of figured France would have the ball. Iraq will kind of kill time off, and France will score when they get the ball. But you and I are I'm being dismissive of it a little bit, but Iraq are always one big play away from screwing us over, and we've seen these underdogs do this. That's what I'm worried about right now.
1,000%. I actually think the idea of, when you're watching these games, you get a better feel. A soccer scoreline can be deceiving, right? And even to the Messi point, as somebody with the Argentinian futures, I love their path. I think they're exciting. Defensively, they look great. Guys, Messi's not going to score 2 goals every game. That's not
he can't be the only one that scores. He won't. It's like the Jordan rules.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not. That's not how this sport works. And now, I think it's nice that they've put together multiple results this way.
Can you imagine if he did, he'd be the one? Oh, my God, if he scored every goal and they won the World Cup.
He's going to finish with 30 World Cup tournament goals at this point here. That's where we're headed somehow.
I wouldn't doubt him.
Are you ready for el verano más futbolero de tu vida? Latin Nation Football Club turns into Copa Nation, our live stream experience every day, de lunes a viernes, 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Pacific as well. Checking in after the games. In that slot between games, we got you, my friend. We're going to have celebrities, legends of the game, content creators, and a bunch of our friends that are going to keep you entertained and informed, letting you know what's happening all across the 3 countries that are going to be experiencing this crazy, crazy football tournament. Don't miss it. Copa Nation right here on Latin Nation every day. Check it out.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Their pitching has been really good in their bullpen too. So Chris Getz, their general manager, credit to him. This guy was getting pounded a couple of years ago for decisions and everything like that, but man, it is seemingly working out. The fans, by the way, all of a sudden are pouring in there. Their attendance is on the rise too. So a great sign that the White Sox are in this thing. Now, long term, I don't know. Like, is this a postseason team? Is it a deep postseason team?
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
All right, we're back with you guys right here on SportsGrid. I'm in disbelief, man. I'm in just sheer disbelief. First of all, Iraq with one of the worst conceded goal of this whole tournament, I think gave its worse than the own goal that the U.S. got to open up the game against Australia. Kylian Mbappe goes again. Every sports book in America is going to close up at this point. I mean, the Messi 2, if Erling Haaland scores 2, they're going to put a complaint in with the FIFA schedule makers. How did you let all 3 of them play on the same day? This is out of control.
There's going to be a lot of banned customers. There's going to be a lot of banned customers. There's going to be a lot of, sorry, you're too successful.
Yeah.
You've won too much over the last couple of days.
Too, right?
But once again, we keep saying, how is the next guy going to top the previous guy? And they do. Yeah. Yep. Right? So Mbappe, he sees, all right, Messi, you scored 2. All right, so now I got 2 again. And I can't help but think about my battle with Erling Haaland and Mbappe versus Team Canada, where Canada exploded for a 6 spot against Qatar. It's now 7-6 Canada. I'm still going to win this bet.
You are.
It's 7-6. My 2 guys are up to 6 already. Right? Mbappe's got 4 goals. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
France off the crossbar. France off the crossbar.
Now, I don't mean to be dumb. Does that count as on target? No, right?
No.
Okay.
It's frustrating.
All right, good. No, well, I haven't made the bet
Same
yet,
in hockey.
So I'm actually very happy to hear that. I haven't made the bet yet. I'm trying to find the time. Wow.
France are buzzing right now around the net. Like they're looking for more. We got to be a little bit concerned that this could end up 4-0.
Yeah.
And now we got Norway and Senegal going into the 14-minute here, still scoreless. Here come the Norwegians. Oh.
This is a... skies it. Skies it
over to that.
Not as behind on the Norway game. Not as behind on the Norway game. Love that.
What's Fox doing? Look. Fox went back to the France game. All right, yeah, because they weren't going to do the Norway game, I guess. Yeah, they went back to the France game.
Yeah, you got to.
You know Mbappe wants a hat trick bad. You know he wants like this to just sort of like.
By the way, just to be clear, if Mbappe does get the hat trick, or Mbappe did just tie the World Cup record that existed before Messi broke it in his 3rd ever World Cup. Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, so good point. So Messi today, and our boy Matthias, producer, they used to be with the great. Remember my boy Matthias?
Yeah, absolutely.
Big Argentinian fan. He went from LA all the way to Dallas. He was there today at the game. That's when you know you're hardcore.
Yeah,
that's not cheap. So he was there today for the Argentina Magic with Messi. But the amount of the goals that these guys are scoring. So he saw Messi break the all-time World Cup record today. Big piece of history today. Wow, Messi, all-time leading scorer in World Cup history. Mbappe is 27 years old, came into tonight. So the record was 18. Mbappe came in tonight with 14, Kevin. He's already up to 16. Like, this is like, like I said, it's going to be an historic tournament when it's all said and done. This golden boot race is like we've seen nothing other. Dude, Harry Kane won like the golden boot with 6 goals before.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
This is getting crazy, guys. Like, how many goals is Mbappe going to have or Messi if he goes to the final by the end of the tournament?
That's kind of the record was 16.
10,
We're going to have
12?
2 guys at 20. We're going to have 2 guys at 20 at the end of the tournament, it feels like. The record was 16.
It's a good point. They'll both get to 20.
And I'm not taking away from Messi, but Messi's played in, 5 or 6 World Cups now, Gabe? Like, this is Mbappe's 3rd World Cup.
Yeah, this is his 5th. 20 years ago was his first, so this,
Like, that's pretty wild to be able to do
3rd
this the
World
way
Cup.
Kylian Mbappe. And it's not like
been to one and won one.
Gabe.
Yeah, been to one and won a World Cup. Lost in a World Cup shootout to Messi in a game in which he scored a hat trick in. And now he's got 4 goals in a game and a half to start this World Cup. Like, this guy's making a name for himself here, Kevin. Is one of the you know what I'm saying?
No, Gabe, listen, I know sometimes you don't like when I do this. He's making a case that when it's all said and done, he goes down as the best World Cup performer in the history of the World Cup. That's where we're at. Like, because I know that people might think that sounds like it's overstating. Sure.
Get another one, and then maybe another one. Like, just the amount of winning, right? Like, which I do think France are going to win this time. I think France, are the best team in this tournament, in my opinion.
What's the most World Cups won by a player? Is it just Pele or no? No, right?
Yeah, with the
early.
And the other one is the back-to-back.
Well, yeah. What's the let me pull this up.
Yeah,
so
see,
Pele's
how many,
won the most
who's
World
on the
Cups
list
with 3.
That's
There's
wild.
a couple of guys that have won
1958,
2.
1962. The big gap, between 58 and 70. Very sort of legendary, right?
Yeah.
But Messi never had that early World Cup win. So let's just say hypothetically Mbappe gets this one. Is only 27, bro. He'll be 31 in the next World Cup. And the next World Cup's in Europe. Like, he could bag, you know what I mean? Like, he could get to 3. Yeah, it's split between Morocco, Portugal, and Spain.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we're talking about classic, huh?
Oh, gosh.
And because it's the...
What is Spain going to be to win a group in Spain?
It's the 100th... It's a good point. It's the 100th anniversary of the World Cup, the next World Cup. And so it's pretty cool. They're going to play the opening game in Uruguay. They were the first ever World Cup champions.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And they're going to play a game in Argentina, and they're going to play a game in Paraguay. They're throwing like a tip of the cap to like the old school. Notice Brazil got left out here.
I was going to say, that seems a little... Gabe, all of a sudden, I was afraid to say something dumb. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't Uruguay South America? I don't think they're in Europe. We're traveling, like, all right.
Yeah.
That's a lot of...
Yeah, I know, yeah.
All right.
Just one game each. One game in Paraguay, one game in Argentina, and one game in Uruguay.
Okay. All right. Sure. I got to tell again, are Spain going to be pick 'em to win a World Cup in Spain?
Sounds expensive.
People think the U.S. are going to win. Like,
yeah.
All right, we're back to you guys right here on Sports Grid, and pretty disappointed in myself, but it's a very hard sport to bet live. And France, with their fourth shot on goal, have found the back of the net for the third time. Or maybe their fifth shot on goal, which would have won one of the bets, which is, again, insanely frustrating. But Dembele, who I got to be honest, under the radar, needed a goal. Dembele's a Ballon d'Or level player, the multiple Champions League wins at PSG. He was flat bad in their opening game. Obviously grabs the assist for Mbappe, which is incredibly selfless, and it comes back around for him here, Gabe. France 3, Iraq 0.
It really was selfless of him. A good point. There was a big emphasis coming into the tournament of it not just being sort of Mbappe. The France, they're on the same page. Oh, look, the Iraqi keeper and the defender just got into it. The defender just pushed the goalie away. I love how soccer goalies just yell at their players after every goal.
Oh, yeah.
They get away with it.
Yeah.
It's like part of the process, but great point, but with Dembele, they sort of need, though, the confidence. But one thing, though, you saw, and, it's a big emphasis as well, guys, and that's the whole thing, like, when Ronaldo scores, he runs into the corner by himself, right? It's about him. You notice when Messi scores, everybody's happy, right? And Messi sort of, it's like there's a part of this. You can't, there has to be chemistry with the team. And what you saw when Dembele easily could have scored himself was almost like an open net for him, and he passed it over to Mbappe to score. Mbappe didn't turn around and run around and do a big celebration. What did he do, man? He said, thank you. Mm-hmm. He looked at him and smiled at him. And Dembele smiled back. That's what you call chemistry. You know what I mean? I don't care about the goal, bro. You're the star. I just want to win, man. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, I passed it because, it's just sort of that good team chemistry when, I've heard a lot about this tournament, about what, Erling Haaland's a good example. Like Erling Haaland, when somebody else scores, he's super happy for them. He doesn't sulk off and walk away because he didn't score. He's the first one in the celebration. You know what I mean? And one thing about Mbappe, and he's one of my favorite players of all time, big Mbappe fan, but that's the knock on him, that he can be a little bit sort of closed off to his teammates. And, not bigger than them, but sort of closed off. And that was the one thing I heard Thierry Henry sort of subliminally say. He said, listen, you can be a great player, but he goes, to get people to follow you, they kind of got to believe like you, in the room. And he was sort of insinuating that Mbappe needs to do a better job of not blowing people's issues off. You know what I mean? Basically be just more one of the guys type of thing. So I like when Mbappe scored what he did there. But it's hard to be one of the guys, Kevin, when you're Kylian Mbappe. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? You're not one of the guys. You're one of the greatest players ever to put on a cleat. You're not one of the guys.
The thing with Kylian Mbappe is things are so weird at Real Madrid, it spills over.
Too.
And for anybody who doesn't know, Kylian Mbappe has gone to Real Madrid and scored 40 goals.
They want to run him out of time.
Each of his 2 seasons, and they hate him. And I don't know enough to tell you why, but it's real. And people think he might leave. And by the way, Mbappe showed up on a free transfer. Real Madrid didn't pay $200 million to get him like they should have. He let the contract run out at PSG and showed up
because he wanted to go there. Because he wanted to go there.
40 goals each year, but because they haven't won the Champions, the Copa del Rey, they're flipping out. We got no trophies. It's like, okay, well, it might not just be Mbappe's fault, but that's how
get some other players in there. Exactly. Get some other players in there with him. Maybe he'll win. He can't do it
to be honest,
all by himself. But it's a good point. It does trickle over.
Real Madrid teams.
And his mood, too, Kevin. It's going to affect his mood, right? Think about it in the other games. He's going through this. He shows up with France. He's not going to be in the best mood. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's a good point by you that it does trickle down and him and Conte had problems. Like, there's sort of been, there's been a little friction. Let's just call it off what it is. But, dude, I'm old enough to know they've always had friction. There was friction on the Zidane teams. There was friction on Didier Deschamps' team when he was a player like 40 years ago, Kevin. French people have friction. They like it. They live in friction. Like, they like drama. Yeah.
I need them to live with no more shots, quite honestly. We got under 3.5.
I don't always do a great job of delivering it in the right way. I will admit that. But I think overall, when you're honest with people, they know they can trust you. That, I think the last thing you want to be is somebody who BS's people. And then they don't know if what you're saying is true, if you're manipulating them.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio. Only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. Like, I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron.
Listen,
I couldn't help it.
I knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Hey there, it's your buddy Craig Carton. If you're trying to find out how to get all the great content that me and Tyrone Johnson give you every single day, here's Tyrone to tell you how.
You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, and of course, Amazon Music as well. We're at all four.
That's right. It's the Craig Carton Show podcast every weekday morning live at 11, replayed at noon on YouTube and on SportsGrid throughout the country. Check it out.
All right, guys, back at the right here. In-game live World Cup coverage continues. 2 live right now. France 3, Iraq 0. And then we are actually scoreless right now. Norway and Senegal. Gabe, I think you've got a closer eye on that Norway match, Senegal match than I do at the moment. What have you seen about a half hour in?
Not much, to be honest with you. And I got caught up in the France game because we're sort of a little bit further in. But obviously what stands out to us is both of us thought there was going to be some goals put in the net in Norway and Senegal. And that's not the case so far. We're still scoreless. Updated total right now is updated total is 1.5, minus 150 to the over, plus 120 to the under already. Which I'm not running to my. I'm not clicking here under 1.5 just because there's been no goals in 30 minutes. But looking at the the box sheet here. Senegal have controlled the ball 57 to 43% of the time. Norway had that flurry of corner kicks really early in the game in like the second and third minute of the match, but they haven't gotten anything going since then. They have 1 shot on target, 3 overall shots. Senegal have 3 shots overall, 0 shots on target. Senegal dangerous attacks 18-7. So it's pretty tight. And I'll tell you what, guys, coming into this game, the Lions here thought that this was the one. Like, Senegal aren't scared of Norway, per se. You know what I mean? Like, they already played France. Like, Senegal, they want the 3 points tonight as well. Like, they think they can win this game. We'll see. I mean, maybe this is a draw and it's going to end up being a stalemate, Kevin. But so far, no Erling Haaland goals, no goals in the game.
Yeah, I think if you were Norway,
well, the sports books are so happy about this, eh? that if Erling Haaland doesn't score tonight.
He
better score of all nights, Kevin. I got him in the back end of a bunch of parlays. I need a goal. I need a goal from Haaland.
But I will just say this, and I think Norway are going to be aggressive, but a draw for Norway, I think they will be very pleased with, because then it's up to Senegal to beat Iraq by 3 or more goals, I think.
What a tough group. What a tough group.
Oh, yeah.
Besides Iraq, and even Iraq aren't pushovers, but Senegal, Norway, and France in one group together.
Like, if you're Iraq, you're like, come on, dude. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but you know what? You're the Hampton. You're the Florida A&M of the NCAA tournament. You know what I mean? You squeezed in. Like, you know, they pencil you in here. But they really screwed them over like sacrificial lambs. Let's just be real. Yeah, well, and I got to be honest, too. If I was France, I'd be like, how the hell are we in a group with Norway and Senegal? We get no respect at all. It's like one of the best teams in the world.
We talked about, Gabe, what was I just about to say? Honestly, I just lost my complete train of thought. Oh, no, that we talked about this being a high-scoring group because these teams were going to pick on Iraq, right? And so far, I mean, Iraq have conceded 7 goals through 2 games. Yeah.
And we thought this one, I thought, too, all the Senegal games, good point. This will not be the highest-scoring group. It does not look like. It does not appear. What did France score in the first one? 4? They scored 4 in the first?
So that game had 4 goals, I think. I think it finished 3-1.
3-1. Okay, that was right. So 3-1, 4. They got 3 tonight. Norway won 3-1.
Norway won 4-1, actually, Gabe. So that had 5 goals. Yeah. So you had 9 goals through the first match day. You're at 12 with France right now.
What about the Canada group, Kevin? I'm just thinking Canada scored 6 on their own at one game.
Let's look.
Who's
Canada
got
group
Switzerland?
Right now? Oh, boy.
Switzerland got 1-1 with Qatar?
12. 15 goals in that group. You got to be kidding me. If I lose to the Canada group, I'm going to be disgusted.
That's sneaky, isn't it? But, dude, I don't even remember what that paid. I just thought about it. I'm like,
come on, dude. This Qatar. It's not
Qatar. Like, now, Qatar have one left here, too. Like,
against Bosnia. Need a 1-0 draw. 1-0.
Bosnia aren't like offensive powerhouse.
Game. Who else are contenders?
Yeah, Canada and Switzerland. Really, there's going to be some goals.
Oh boy!
I think 2-2.
No, ready for this, Gabe? The Netherlands-Japan group because of Tunisia.
Oh yeah,
and the Netherlands still have to play Tunisia. Oh,
and Sweden scored too, and Sweden were scoring too. Sweden. I forgot about that.
20 goals in Group F. 20 goals in Group F through 2 match days.
Because of Tunisia. Because of Tunisia.
Tunisia have given up 9 goals in 2 matches, and they still have to play the Netherlands. What's that total going to be?
And the Netherlands can't take the pedal off the metal either. Like, they're not official. They haven't won the group yet officially. So they're still going to roll into this thing.
Oh, no. It's going to be that group, Gabe. Right?
Yeah,
Tunisia, I can't really...
That's wild. That's why these bets, they all look fun. And you and I saw it in the same way, too. But I guess we were just sort of squares. I was like, look at this.
But they weren't the favorite.
The same one. The I and the G. Was it the G and the I? There was 2 of them. There was the G and the I. There was another one I liked. Because this is the I, right? This is the I?
Yeah, this is I. I think I want to say, Gabe, like the Curacao group was pretty short because they just, where everyone was going to pick on Curacao. But Ecuador is such a mess that I don't really know how that's going to play.
I thought, I'm looking right now, it was Group F that I thought. It was Group F, and I also thought Group I.
Did you?
Those were the 2 contenders.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Do you have any Group F?
No, I don't. No. I don't.
Do you know what the odds for Group F were?
Because if you look at them all now, Kevin, like, it was almost kind of obvious. Like, Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti freaking weren't the ones. You know what I mean?
No,
Scotland don't score. Haiti don't score.
Certainly
Morocco are impossible to score on. Brazil don't score that much, but are hard to score on. It wasn't going to be them. We knew about Ecuador, right, coming into this. And, Curacao was there. Scared me off that. Egypt around Belgium, no. Argentina, Austria, Jordan, Algeria, no. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Big save, Senegal.
Yes. Oh, no. No. I forgot.
Yeah, there's different games. Yeah, I know. You're like, oh, which one? Yeah, no. Dude, he was all alone in the box. It wasn't Erling Haaland. And just talking about it, Erling Haaland actually passed the ball in the box. Next time, don't do that.
Yeah, selfish decision.
Like, I get it that you're a cool teammate and stuff, but, like, just, no, dude. Like, it's your ball. Like, just, you're the one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I had the coach at the half, too, I tell him, Erling, next time, like, you get a touch, don't look for anybody. Like, just do your thing.
Yeah, enough of that.
Yeah, I mean, do what you're going to do, you know?
By the way, remember when I was saying that
play. It was very LeBron come out?
Yeah, look at that compliment. Man, incredible.
Well, LeBron always said, he was open. That's why I didn't take the shot.
Yeah. And remember we were like, Mbappe's going to get out? Never going to happen. Mbappe's here for a hat trick, I guess. Or is he coming out right now?
Yeah,
Like, why is he still out there, Gabe?
Now in the 82nd minute, I agree with you. You're up 3-0. I would give him the curtain call too, for the fans. You know what I mean? Yeah. Give him a curtain call, let him walk off the pitch. But I think it's one of these deals where he'd be pissed. He wants another third cheap one. He doesn't care, bro. Like, Like, I think Deshaun knows I'm not going to piss him off. This guy's trying to chase Messi down. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not taking Steph Curry out of the game. He's hit 8 threes in a row. I'm like, nah, like, I'm not like, this is big for Mbappe's legacy. I'm telling you, that's what it is, point blank. It could be kind of wrong, though. Imagine if he pulled something here, Kevin, and the only reason he's on the pitch is because, he wants to get a hat trick.
But this really scares me. When someone's on the field just to get a hat trick, like, and we can't give up any, like, he's not out there for his defense. He's not up there to hold up the ball. Like, they got a corner game and he sprinted over. He got a corner and sprinted to kick it in. What?
I don't always do a great job of delivering it in the right way. I will admit that. But I think overall, when you're honest with people, they know they can trust you. That, I think the last thing you want to be is somebody who BS's people. And then they don't know if what you're saying is true, if you're manipulating them.
Outspoken with Dan Sileo. Only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. Like, I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron. Listen, I couldn't help it.
I knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Hey there, it's your buddy Craig Carton. If you're trying to find out how to get all the great content that me and Tyrone Johnson give you every single day, here's Tyrone to tell you how.
You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, and of course, Amazon Music as well. We're at all four.
That's right. It's the Craig Carton Show podcast every weekday morning live at 11, replayed at noon on YouTube and on SportsGrid throughout the country. Check it out.
So this France-Iraq game has been going on so long, and I've been so focused, obviously, on, the total. I forgot I bet over 2.5 cards in a match that had a card 5 minutes in. I don't think anyone's touched anybody since.
No.
Has there been a foul in this game?
No, and good call. You know what? It's we had that one card and none since. Remember, I brought it up too. Good Canadian boys refereeing here, Kevin. We let them play. But
it turns out,
you know what? No, we're not letting them play. No one's touching anybody.
Because no one's going to commit a crazy foul in a match like this, right?
I've seen more contact at a Mormon high school dance than this. Like this is like like I said, they're going through the motions. You know what I mean? Like France, and I told you guys before the game, I like the undercards because like France. Oh God,
Norway.
Oh, I'm looking at Mbappe nearly.
Oh no, I don't think it was Haaland though, Gabe. I don't think Haaland scored the first goal.
I can live. All right, there's the goal. It's the 43rd minute. I can live if it's not Haaland. It's not.
Wow. Hopefully that opens things up. Senegal, I don't think will go quietly.
Remember we talked about that 1.5 was too late, the 1.5 goals. Like, that's like, it had to open up. It had to open up. All right, we don't hit the first goal score, but I think Haaland will, I still think Haaland can find it back in the net in this game. There's still time. And this is what makes Haaland so good, too. You guys see here, Senegal is so concerned with him all the time. Everybody else is open. And, you know what I mean? Like, literally. Like, like a couple of times you've seen with plays where I said Haaland passed the ball before, they're double and triple teaming him. Like, literally. They get the ball and boom, there's 3 white jerseys in front of them. Other guys are wide open. Same thing there, Kevin. You saw there were literally 3 Senegalese defenders. They had their eye on the left, but they were always sort of looking like Erling Haaland, and then boom, it leaves open space. Like, that's what great players do, right? Like, that's the problem right now with Ronaldo at his age. He's not getting anyone else open. Like, I mean, he's not creating any space for anyone else. If you're a great player, you're going to create space for others, like a great hockey player. Like Celebrini makes others better around him. Like, other guys score goals, but they don't make you better. Like, here they come again, Kevin.
Uh-oh. Come on, why not?
Yeah, let's get one more. Back to France, Iraq here. Stress it out. And you know what's crazy, Kevin? I'm looking at like one box score, and I got confused with the other game. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm confused with the shots. Yeah. I'm like, I'm on the wrong page because this game started. This is the first time, guys. Oh, no. Here it is.
Oh, no.
They missed the net. France misses the net. Mbappe, this guy is a killer, Kevin. Like, he ain't playing around. You think they're down a goal. Look at this. You think they're down a goal.
I wish you could see what's on my screen. I wish you could see. Stop passing Mbappe the ball. No, this is getting nuts. No, this is getting nuts. And what a terrible shot by him. Gabe,
he's coming out. Mbappe.
I'm sorry. I've been waiting all game to say it. This thing should be 1-0. I've been waiting. This just like the U.S. game. This is nonsense. Iraq can't pass. They're better off defending. They are better off. This is like when bad NFL teams keep turning it over and they'd be better off punting. Iraq can't pass.
I bet both teams not to score here, but you know what? Iraq's shot on target today, guys, is 1.5. They got 0 shots on target.
Oh, boy.
This is the one thing with France that people don't talk about. Because it's always sexy to talk about the offense. You don't score on France. Well, you might get a goal every now and then and catch it disinterested, but they're. Well, let's look at the numbers here. How about this, though, somehow? 55-45, time of possession. How the F is that possible? 55-45, France. Really? Really? 55? Come on. If I would ask you, Kevin, what do you think the possession percentage was? Would you tell me 55-45?
No, I don't think I would have told you 70-30, which is about what you needed.
I know, I got ambitious with it. You know what? It's the freaking Iraqis. We're killing too much time, man. Just passing the ball back and forth offensively. Like
plus 2. How did we get 2 minutes in this half? Where did we get 2 minutes?
Oh, they added 2, huh? I'm kidding. I said earlier they were going to add 1 or 2. I said 1 or 2. Here we go.
And basically, Gabe, like you said, they added 2 because 1 would have been embarrassing. So they added 2.
I can see Mbappe right now sort of telling someone on the bench, I could have, those 2 minutes, I probably could have scored.
Yeah. Like, honestly, guys, I like it, though. He can pretend he's like, I got out of there before stoppage time. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not 89th minute.
I love that. He's not a selfish player. He's not looking for a highlight reel, Kevin. He left the game so other guys can get some playing time in the 89th minute. That's almost like, that's curtain call type stuff, but it's almost like that's the type of stuff that'll upset other guys, like, in certain circumstances. Yeah. It's like, nice of you to make me come in, Killian, with and I got 60 seconds on the pitch, bro. The guy that came in for?
Yeah.
Thanks for the 60 seconds I got. Thank you.
Right. Oh my gosh, man, that is funny. All right, there it is. Under 3.5, never in doubt. Unreal.
Boom. All right, so how do we do in this game? I got to sort of recalibrate. You know what? France, parlays, France minus 1.5. Boom. Cards under 2.5 hits. I got that one in too, Kevin.
You cheated on that one, though. You had national insight that I didn't have. That was unfair.
But the Canadian. Well, I told people off top of the show, I can't start the show 10 minutes earlier. Let's tell the bosses. Give me 10 more minutes. I said it off the top. Not much. I know I was a little late to get it in.
Oh, man. Oh, golly.
They
fouled someone 4 seconds in.
2.5 is plus 110, guys, in the Norway-Senegal game. I still think we get to 3. In this game. It's going to open up in a second.
Wow. Unbelievable. All right, guys, we'll be right back. We'll get you the rest of the action, the rest of the slate here on SportsGrid.
I don't always do a great job of delivering it in the right way. I will admit that. But I think overall, when you're honest with people, they know they can trust you. That, I think the last thing you want to be is somebody who BS's people. And then they don't know if what you're saying is true, if you're manipulating them.
Outspoken with Dan Sileo. Only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron. Listen, I couldn't help it.
I knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Hey there, it's your buddy Craig Carton. If you're trying to find out how to get all the great content that me and Tyrone Johnson give you every single day, here's Tyrone to tell you how.
You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, and of course, Amazon Music as well. We're at all 4.
That's right. It's the Craig Carton Show podcast every weekday morning live at 11, replayed at noon on YouTube and on SportsGrid throughout the country. Check it out.
What a little run here. As we ended up kind of perfectly setting this up to cover all of France-Iraq, as we promised everybody. We actually didn't miss a second of that game, incredibly, despite being off for an hour.
It took 4 hours, but we got it done.
Yeah, unbelievable. Gabe, before we get to Norway-Senegal, what are you doing with Jordan-Algeria tonight? I think it's a tougher game to handicap.
I do think the Algerians are the better side. I thought they looked pretty good at times, actually, against Argentina. I mean, Argentina, what are you going to do? It was a tough spot for them, and it got pretty feisty early. So, I think the Algerians, they got a lot more, quality, as they say, than Jordan does in this spot. So I do think they're going to get it done, but I'm not a big fan here of the price. Like, minus 200 is pretty pricey for this. So I always like to get a head start on what's coming up next. And the first game up tomorrow, guys, is Portugal. Portugal and Uzbekistan. Portugal are like minus 550 favorites. So we'll get a head start on this one, Kevin, and go Algeria. Algeria to win, Portugal to win, minus 130. And
that's actually
we'll post some
smart.
props.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dig in as far as the props and stuff. Algeria and Jordan tonight is 2.5. The cards, I could see this being a chippy match, actually. I can see their, them sort of getting after it a little bit. As far as the corners are concerned, tonight the over-under is 8.5 for the corners. I do believe that Algeria will have more corner kicks than Jordan. On the handicap, it's minus 2. So if they have 2 more corners, it's a push. So they basically need 3 more corners, but it's a push if it's 2. I think they'll have 3 more corners than Jordan will tonight.
Okay. I was initially, but I haven't placed it yet, so I may pivot. I was initially going to play Algeria moneyline with Jordan plus 3. It was so they were giving a flat 3. It kind of shows, right, Gabe? I'm trying to find a way to get a good price on it.
Yeah, I can see that. Like
105, which I didn't think was bad. The
2-0, 2-1. That's my prediction. It's either going to be 2-0 Algeria, 1-0 Algeria, or 2-1 Algeria. Those are the sort of the options.
I agree, but I'll do this because we have enough time before that game. I'll try and get a head start for tomorrow. Why not? And instead of if Algeria's up 3-0 and I'm sitting there like, oh no, I'd rather take Portugal or England, right? There are some good options tomorrow. Croatia, Colombia. Tomorrow, just so everybody knows, tomorrow's a big favorites day. You're gonna now. It doesn't mean they're all gonna come in.
There's always that parlay buster in the mix. Which games are we doing tomorrow? When are we on? England, Ghana at 4?
We are on for all of England, Ghana, and the first half of Croatia, Panama.
Croatia, Panama's in Toronto tomorrow night, and it's been taken over by Croatian fans, just for the record.
Wow.
It's going to be like a home game for Croatia in that spot.
Interesting.
Big game for Croatia there. And you know what? I like this Colombian team a lot, but Congo were good. That's good. Yeah, dude, this is the game right there. I'm glad you brought that one up. Tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Cards. Over. I'm an undercard guy. Over right now. It's 2.5. It's minus 150 to the over right now. All right. I'm going to make a mental note of this. Tomorrow night, I promise you guys, over 2.5 cards going to be like minus 188, or you'll see it'll be 3.5 cards plus 110. Come on. Colombia and Congo going head to head. There's going to be some collisions and smack talk, and a lot of acting, diving, kicking, cheap shotting. I'm not betting undercards in this one with Colombia and Congo.
Yeah,
Congo are big dudes too.
I don't know. I think Colombia are good. That's one of the aspects of this of Portugal. People talk about Portugal, and I understand that they are talented. But the group isn't easy if Colombia's in the group. I get it. Uzbekistan, DR Congo. It doesn't matter. You're not a guarantee to win your group if Colombia is in it. Colombia, I thought, Gabe, looked really good in that opening match. Uzbekistan or not.
Hey, listen, Colombia could win this group. They could beat Portugal.
I agree.
And depending on scenarios and goal scenarios and everything, a draw might come into play there for them as well.
They're going to only need a draw because if they beat Congo, they'll be on 6 points. Yeah. So they're just going to need a draw. That's tough. That team can defend. I might take live total shots in this match, Norway-Senegal, 29 or more. Catch you guys tomorrow.
Hey there, it's your buddy Craig Carton. If you're trying to find out how to get all the great content that me and Tyrone Johnson give you every single day, here's Tyrone to tell you how.
You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, and of course, Amazon Music as well. We're at all 4.
That's right. It's the Craig Carton Show podcast every weekday morning live at 11, replayed at noon on YouTube and on SportsGrid throughout the country. Check it out.
Pitching has been really good in their bullpen too. So Chris Getz, their general manager, credit to him. This guy was getting pounded a couple of years ago for decisions and everything like that, but man, it is seemingly working out. The fans, by the way, all of a sudden are pouring in there. Their attendance is on the rise too. So a great sign that the White Sox are in this thing. Now, long term, I don't know. Like, is this a postseason team? Is it a deep postseason team?
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Are you ready for el verano más futbolero de tu vida? Latination Football Club turns into Copa Nation, our live stream experience every day de lunes a viernes, 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Pacific as well. Checking in after the games. In that slot between games, we got you, my friend. We're going to have celebrities, legends of the game, content creators, and a bunch of our friends that are going to keep you entertained and informed, letting you know what's happening all across the 3 countries that are going to be experiencing this crazy, crazy football tournament. Don't miss it. Copa Nation right here on Latin Nation every day. Check it out.
Home of Son Heung-min and Samantha Kerr. World Cup hosts and World Cup trailblazers. With an enduring passion for the sport, Asia is home to